and we are doing something a little bit different today. It's funny because normally when I bake, it's for a reason. I have something specific going on, and you know, someone's ordered a cake or there's a birthday coming up. But sometimes I get some stuff in the mail, some new baking materials or decorating materials that I just really want to try out. So I look for an excuse to bake a cake or something so I can use them. And so we have friends coming over this evening, and I thought, why not make cake? Because everyone loves cake, or at least I do. And I got something new in the mail that I really wanted to try out. And since we are only a week away from the release of the new Disney Beauty and the Beast movie, which I'm so excited about, I thought I would do a little bit of a neat Beauty and the Beast inspired cake, because I got this new stencil in, this little rose, and I'm always looking for an excuse to try out my new airbrush machine that I got for Christmas. I don't really get to use it all that often, so anytime I find an excuse, I want to try it out. So I was gonna make just a small 6-inch chocolate cake, and then I thought it would be neat to make a little bit of a like, you know, the Enchanted Rose glass with the rose in it. So I was going to make that out of fondant, you know, maybe do some gold stencil in the background because, of course, I love gold. And then airbrush the rose on it, and then pipe some yellow rosettes around in buttercream around the rest of it, around the rest of the cake. Yeah, and try it out that way. So it's a kind of a neat Beauty and the Beast inspired cake. I get to try out a couple different techniques. And then I'm not stuck with a ton of cake later because we're having company over and they'll eat it. So let's get started. I already have the fondant rolled out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut out the shape in fondant here, and then, you know, just a little bit on top, just to make it look like the glass that kind of houses the rose. And so I wanted to do, I've got a couple different colors, and so I wanted to try a few things with the airbrush, and so I've got a couple different stencils, and so this one I thought would be kind of neat. I'll put this on top, and airbrush some like metallic-y gold paint, and then just to give it like kind of like a subtle background look to it, because if you look at some of pictures of like the Enchanted Rose, it's got like a stained glass, and that would get really complicated. And for something I'm going to do quick, we're just going to, you know, improvise and do something a little different. And then over top we'll do the red and the green of the rose, because I really want those to stand out, so I want the gold to be more subtle and more in the background. My airbrush is ready to go, and we're just going to go ahead and use spray over the stencil. So I'm not sure if you can see, but I went ahead and you can just see the faintest little bit of color, a little bit of a shimmer. Oh, there you go, a little bit more there. And so it's just like, you know, a nice subtle background, and then it'll just give it some more like texture, and so just kind of pretty it up when we place the rose on top. My airbrush is now loaded with some red, and we're just going to go ahead and start doing the rose. Check it out. Loving the look so far. I'm pretty excited. It actually turned out pretty good. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put the stencil back on and filled up our airbrush with some, I didn't have any green, so I mixed some blue and yellow, because we all know that makes green. And so it's going to be a darker color than normal, but we'll just give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay, so it's done, and we're just gonna and there you have it. The rose, the Enchanted Rose from Beauty and the Beast. But I had gone ahead and made some of that gold paint that I love so much. And so I'm just gonna, go through and maybe outline it a bit with the gold. Oops, you can't even see. Just to kind of go around the edges and kind of bring it up to life a bit. And you can still see a little bit of the I don't know if you can, the background design in the light gold. But I think it's nice. It gives it a little bit more depth to it. So I've gone ahead and just did a little bit of a gold around the edges. And so next what we're going to do is we're going to place it on our cake, and then we're going to get some yellow buttercream and just do some buttercream rosettes around it, just to kind of replicate her big puffy yellow dress that she wears when they dance together.
have it. A very simple and quick Disney Beauty and the Beast inspired cake using the rose stencil on the fondant and some yellow buttercream rosettes. We just quickly whipped up a fun Beauty and the Beast inspired cake. I hope you enjoy. If you liked it, please click subscribe and leave maybe a comment on what other videos you'd like to see us try out. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.